How would you like to learn from huge giants like McDonald's or Burger King or Chick-fil-A or other high-level franchises on their secrets and how to run and operate a successful business or franchise? Today, we're going to learn from Pur Life Medical in their Discovery Day. This is an actual Discovery Day where people are coming in here to see those secrets and how they can succeed on their own as well. Come and join us. Before we get started, I just wanted to talk a little bit about how we got this whole thing started. About 4 years ago, I was playing basketball, and I still play, believe it or not. Scott and I used to play way back when, but you still playing basketball, Scott?
Only when my kids won't let me off the hook.
So about 4 years ago, I was playing basketball, and I injured my knee. And 2.5 months later, I was still having pain and limited mobility. And the doctor said, okay, we'll go in there and do a little bit of scope out and we'll have some surgery and I'll be back up and running in 3 months. And I said, no. I was training for some races. I couldn't do that. So I went to St. George and I found this cool little machine called the Equiscope, which you'll hopefully have a chance to experience. I hope you have a chance to experience it today because it's amazing. And they put that on my knee. And I walked out 45 minutes later, no pain and complete mobility, 3 to 4 more treatments. I was done. I've never had a problem with that knee since. So now I'm having Holly work on my hip so I don't have to go hip replacement. Last month we had a lady in here that had hip replacement and was going to have another one. And she said she went and got the Equiscope on that. And she said she was able to get through that without having any more hip replacement. Our good friend back here, Jeff, about a year ago, you had about frozen shoulder. You couldn't get up there. Went back and got on the Equiscope. And can you still do that? One treatment, still do that. But it usually takes more than that. So we started thinking, we got something here. And so then I went to Newport Beach. I went to a clinic down there where they were doing stem cells. I got stem cell injections. And it made a difference in what I was doing. Then we started looking at other programs and other modalities, and we were able to put together something pretty darn amazing to help people's health. And now we've jumped into, thanks to Colleen, now we're getting into mental and emotional health. I think you said just yesterday you had 2 more clients that came in, patients that came in. You closed 2 more yesterday, right? So way to go. So in mental and emotional health, hopefully you get a chance to experience that here a little bit too. But let's talk about the marketing and the income and how that works. Would you like to do that? Is that okay? So let's talk about $1 billion marketing system. And the example I'm going to use is a company that I've been associated with very closely over the years. No longer am I associated with them because I built my franchises up. I owned a master franchise in Massage Envy for Cleveland, Michigan, and Philadelphia. I built those up and I sold those off. And that was when I was living in Arizona. And I had other master franchises I built up. I basically semi-retired and moved up here to Utah. And then I started having my friends come back to me and say, hey, Dan, let's get going. Let's work on some other concepts. So now we're here. And the exciting part about it is we're producing some great results with what we see here. But during the days of Massage Envy, this is what we did to build income at each location as well as build a $1 billion company. So with 1,000 franchises doing $1 million a year per year in sales, 1,000 times $1 million is $1 billion. Now they're up to about $1.5 billion in sales. So here's what we did. We offered a $39 massage. And we could put that in direct mail, we could put it on digital, we could put it on radio, wherever we offered it. That worked. They came in and got their hour-long massage, enjoyed it, and after they were through with their massage, then what we did is we went directly to the offer of the $59.95 per month membership plan. And so as these people had their massage feeling good and we pitched them on the membership, what do you think the percentage of our closing rate would be on that after they're feeling good? Any guesses? 50%, that's a good guess. It was only, if we could get to this point where it was 20%, we were ecstatic. And what happened is about 9 to 11 months after we opened our doors, we started seeing positive cash flow. But once we started seeing that positive cash flow, it continued to grow and grow and grow. And we had, every time we get up in the morning, we could look at our emails and say, oh, wow, we already made money for the day. We don't even have to go in. But of course we did. So we were making money every day before we woke up. So that was the membership plan. Let's look at what we do at Pur Life. And what Juan just went over was awesome because it makes a big difference in what we're doing. So we have our offers up here. $37 for a body contouring program, which includes the weight loss system. That seems to be kind of a central program that we use. We also can offer IVs for $57. We can also offer other programs for $87. So we have different offers for different things that we can put out there. We're limited with the massages. We have all these different offers. And so Juan's already built those up for us. So we can tap in. Now we got a new one. We got the Skinny Rich shot. And basically the theme of that is that comes out probably later this week or next week, probably. And the idea for that is lose weight during the holidays and prepare for the new year. So they can still go to their holiday parties and they can do everything they want to do. It's just they won't be quite as hungry. And their digestive system will be working better for them with one little shot. So Dr. Saunders is probably back there giving shots right now. We're hoping that we'll just have people lined up at the door to come in and get their shot before they get into the holidays. And that's about every week program that they have. So that's our initial offer. But here's what happens. So instead of going directly to the membership program, now we bring them in and they're inside. And you'll have a chance to go back and get on the scanning machine, I hope. It's what we call our Pur Scan. And what the Pur Scan does is it scans your whole body. It'll tell you, it has 4 different technologies. It'll tell you what your body composition is. It'll tell you about your heart. It'll tell you about your microcirculation. It'll tell you about your brain. And it'll tell you about your vertebrae and pretty much your whole system. So it's a pretty cool machine. In 2 minutes, will tell you what you need to do with your body. Now, I'll give you an idea of why we're so excited about this machine, because it gives us the idea or the direction of what we need to do for each patient. So every program, when they come in here, we can customize it exactly for what they need. Unless they just want to come in and get an IV, and we can offer high-end IVs for $87 and get them on the membership and bring them in through. So there's all different ways to bring patients in the door. But this scanning machine is valued at $199 for a scan, and it can actually save lives. In fact, our doctor in our Tampa clinic, Dr. Jose, a couple of years ago, he came in feeling kind of poorly. He's like 69 years old now. And so his employee said, hey, doc, you better get on the Pur Scan. So he did. He went over and got on it. His score was like 10 out of 100. It showed some possible blockages, and they said, you need to get to the doctor or to the hospital. So they took him to the hospital. Sure enough, there were blockages. They put a pacemaker in him, and he was able to get through that. So he attributes that, and that's his words, of saving his life. And I can see how that can happen. So not only are we saving lives, but we're helping change lives here with what we're doing. So that's just one of the pieces of equipment that you'll see today. So as they come in the door from this initial marketing thrust, depending on whatever you're doing, and I can tell you the top 3 things that we do here are body contouring, which is the weight loss system. That's usually this one, IVs, and in pain. So those, we've tried it where you give it away free, and that's usually you don't get a very good results. We always want to charge for it, right, Juan? So we're getting money in up front, but then they're coming in and sitting down after they go through the consultation, after they go through the Pur Scan and a few other things, then we can tailor make what they need to do. And so our average is about $1,240, and I don't know what Colleen sold yesterday, but it's probably a $1,500 package for the mental and emotional health side of things. So that was just $3,000 just on that alone yesterday. So $1,240, but then here's what happens. Is now we take them to the membership programs that start at $79 a month, and they go up from there. But that's included free for the first 2 months. And then it's a forced membership from thereafter. In other words, it automatically kicks in, and we don't have to go back and try to sell them on that. So when we first started this clinic, I decided I'm going to do some of these, and so I could be more I wanted to see how it worked, and then I backed off so that I could be more semi-absentee owned and let Heather and other team members actually go through this, and Colleen and others work through the process. But when I started doing this, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but my closing percentage when I got them in the door after this was 100% on the first 4. That's all I did was 4. Maybe I should start doing more. But our closing percentage now is between 60 to 70% is what we've had. I think Colleen had 100% close on her patients yesterday on the 2 that she did. So 60 to 70%. So what that means is if we're open, what are we open now? We open? See, I don't even know that. We're open Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday.
9 to 5 on Thursday, 11 to 7.
11 to 7 on Thursday, but we're not open on Friday. So this is that's why we don't have patients here today. So if we can do that 2/3 percentage close, and we can bring 15 patients in from the marketing, just 15, from any one of those things, and they come in the door and we tailor make what they need. And it might, once again, it might just be an IV, but it might be a $3,000 package. Heather sold one the other day, it was $3,995 package, right? So, so it just depends on what we're looking at here. I know our Tampa average is closer to 3,000. Maybe we're not quite as good as them yet, but if we tailor make that health package for them, and we have 15 patients coming in, and we close 2/3 of those, so that's 10 per week, times the 1240, that's $12,400 a week, times 52 weeks, you can kind of get an idea what the volume looks like, just on a minimum type program. And then what happens is this starts building up, and that continues to grow, and you've got the residual coming in. But the other significant thing is we're not sitting here at 9 to 11 months trying to get to the positive cash flow. So when we opened this about 6 months ago, we could see positive cash flow somewhere between 60 to 90 days because we were doing this up front and pushing the membership and the ongoing piece back. And there are plenty of other ongoing pieces like our supplements and other things that you'll see here today with that. So that's our $1 billion program, which I like better. Instead of a 2-step marketing system, it's a 3-step. Here, depending on your offer, and then the custom tailor-made program, and then the membership, plus all the other ongoing pieces we have here that help the franchisee to succeed in a big way. So as I finish here, and I'm happy to answer any more questions about that, I've owned several different franchises over the years. And hair care, for example, has been one of those. And it's nice to see people walk out the door feeling good about their haircut, but 15 minutes later, they forgot all about it. Or the massage industry. They were walking out the door feeling good, 15 minutes later, they forgot all about it. What we're seeing here is life-changing. We had the other day our little friend Tammy who came in here while we were filming. We love Tammy. She's lost 60 pounds and it's changing her life. And we see people that Colleen's working with on the mental and emotional side. She's changing their lives through the systems and programs we've created here. And not only that, we can save lives. I've never been involved with a business like this where we can change people's lives at the level and simplicity with the systemized approach that we have. Even though everything is customized and tailor-made, we've built the systems around it so that we can help these people. And that's why I love this business. It's the greatest business I've ever been involved with because we can make a difference in people's lives. And that's what we're all about here at Pur Life. In fact, the word Pur Life comes from our Scott and I spent a little bit of time down in Costa Rica. We were just there about 3 years ago, going back to some of our old areas that we worked. And down there they say Pura Vida. And instead of aloha in Hawaii, they say Pura Vida. We wish you the pure life. And that's really what we're about here at Pur Life. And that's the best paycheck ever, is to see people walk out of here with that tears of joy and happiness and with their lives changed. And so that's what we're doing here at Pur Life. So thanks for having me. I hope you enjoy the modalities and other things you have back there. Thank you. thanks for watching today. Hope you've got some inside secrets on how the best businesses operate from this Discovery Day today. Please subscribe and check out the next video.